Kensington residents are up in arms over plans by Egoli Gas to stop servicing their area. The gas company is the sole service provider in the area. It cited business reasons as the motive for their decision. At a community meeting last week, angry residents expressed their determination to take the fight to Egoli Gas. Egoli Gas aims to leave Kensington by November. Spokesperson for the affected residents, Donovan Williams, joins us now to tell us really why they want Egoli Gas to continue. Donovan, good afternoon. Welcome to today here on eNCA. Thank you very much for your time. It's going to be a steep battle here. I mean, is there no other provider of gas for you guys?
No, natural gas, there's no other provider for natural gas in the area. This is natural gas that's piped to the area and other areas in Johannesburg that has been here for about 80 to 90 years. Quite clearly, Bradan, Egoli Gas, together with the city of Johannesburg, have declared a total onslaught war on working class and lower middle class suburbs. They have. Quite clearly, Egoli Gas doesn't just supply Kensington, they supply other areas, but the areas they are cutting off are definitely working class areas. They have upgraded other areas in the pipelines, but however, the areas like Kensington, Bez Valley, Malvern, and Bertram's, they are cutting off. Last year, in October and November last year, they cut off 1,200 households, 1,200 homes in the Rosettenville area. This is an onslaught against working class. I'm not affected. I don't have gas piped to mine. But Kensington itself is an area that really is an area that should be prized. It's an area that fits in middle class and working class people. It is cosmopolitan with a diversity of all types of people that were hippies back in the day, old people, young people. It's an area that should be celebrated. But areas like this are not celebrated nowadays. They're regarded as eyesores. Egoli Gas has the goal to cite economic viability, but still expand their services to areas they did not supply before, like within Midrand in the Waterfall Estate. They have done that because they want to supply people with that I guess they play golf with. It is Kensington residents to say they are angry is an understatement. We will not take this lying down. We have enough people here who have been part of the struggle to liberate this country, so we will not be pushed and disrespected like Egoli Gas or the city of Johannesburg, which licenses it.
Yeah, but what are the reasons that they've been given to you, Donovan, about why they want to exit your area?
They have cited this in a letter. That's it. Economic viability. No communication other than that. Economic viability. Not even commercial,
so as they said. Are you guys not paying your bills, your gas bills?
No, bills are being paid. They have not got a payment issue. That's not their problem. They are supposed to have been upgrading and maintaining these pipelines. They are supposed to upgrade the pipeline into a high-pressure pipeline, which they have done in other areas, but they have not done it for all residents in Kensington, and they've not done it in Rosettenville. So we have approached lawyers. We will be seeking an interdict to stop them. We will be doing that. They can be rest assured we will not lie down. They have even said in that in their statement, they lied, that they said we did not invite them. We invited them to our meeting. A senior manager named Ray Domingo from Egoli Gas, I spoke to personally. He said, yes, they got it, but they got the invitation, but they will not attend because they've given letters to clients, to customers, and therefore they don't see the need to attend. They have disrespected this community. They vaguely say economic viability, but provide no detail. They have not explained what they have done in terms of their own licensing conditions where they should be upgrading and maintaining the pipelines. They have just said no economic viability. That is ridiculous. How do you treat people with such disrespect that all of a sudden you get up and say, well, within 30 days, we are cutting you off? How do you do that?
Yeah, so you guys, obviously, you said you are more than angry. To say you are angry is an understatement. You're planning legal action. So what are the next steps, Donovan? What are you going to be doing next?
Well, with our lawyers, we will look at stopping them, forcing them to the table to discuss with us, to give us a plan, to show us what have they been doing all this time that they can now claim economic unviability. They will need to do that. And then we will look at, as residents, as citizens, that we will take up our choices. As citizens, we have a right to protest, we have a right to disagree, and we will take up those. And we will keep you posted on that, Bradan, because simply put, South African residents should not be treated in this way, neither by government nor a private company. We were quite disturbed by the reaction by our councillors, whose initial reaction was, our ward councillors, initial reaction was, oh, this is a private company, we can't do anything. How does a private company become omnipotent? As we as South Africans, have we feel so powerless that we think that a private company can just say something and then immediately we have to back off because they're a private company? No, that's ridiculous. South Africans shouldn't feel powerless. We have power, not just in the Constitution, but as residents, as citizens. We can take up these matters and we will take them up.
So what happens, I mean, if they put their foot down and they say they are a business, they need to operate in a viable way that's sustainable. They don't regard Kensington as an area that will provide them that viability.
They have responsibilities in their license. They cannot just decide. They didn't discover gas. They did not lay that pipeline. They're leasing it from the city. They have had a 30-year contract. What are their responsibilities? Have they done anything with those responsibilities?
Will you make the city one of the respondents? Will you make the city one of the respondents in your legal fight?
As I said to you, it is not, right at the beginning, Bradan, it is not just Egoli Gas. It is the city of Johannesburg as well. And this is not about party politics or anything. Government must live up to its responsibility, not outsource it to private companies, and then private companies act like they have all the power in the world. As South Africans, we should not tolerate this at all.
Yeah. A majority of households in Kensington, do they still get piped gas?
Not the majority, but a sizable number, at least from one gas provider, a gas provider that fits pipes. There's at least 500 households in Kensington that get.
And
gas.
Are you guys united? Are you guys united in your fight against Egoli Gas?
Well, we are united as a community. I cannot speak on every gas utilizer because they would be scared. What Egoli Gas has said, that they will switch off people by the first week of November. They initially said within the first week of October, or 30 days when they had given it, within the first week of September. They've now moved that to the first week of November, and they've said that to residents. Of course, certain residents may decide, but the cost, Bradan, you must understand the piping for pipe gas compared to the piping for LPG gas, the bottle gas, they are different size pipes. They're different connectors. So there are residents who will have to fork out as 15,000, but it can go up to 60,000, 70,000 rands to fork out, depending what you are using it for. And there are lots of residents like that. So you would have to then scratch for that money. Mind you, the company that owns Egoli Gas, the company that owns 100% of Egoli Gas also owns 45% of Easy Gas. So they have a veritable monopoly, and they're trying to shift people towards a bottled gas. They are discriminating against the residents of Kensington compared to other residents in Johannesburg, where they have decided to upgrade and expand services too. And they are using their monopoly to drive people to LPG gas. And I think that's completely unfair. So yes, we are not going to stop this. We can't say that no resident will decide that no, we want to go to LPG gas in terms of those things. But we will tell you that the majority of Kensington residents, and I myself, are not a gas user. We will not allow our community to be taken for granted, not at all.
Thank you very much. That's Donovan Williams speaking on behalf of affected residents in Kensington who are facing closure of their natural piped gas by Egoli Gas, who are saying there is no longer economically viable. They're promising a big legal fight. We'll have to watch this space.